Vicky and Jeff.
What do we do?
Trains. Good morning!
Good morning.
It's day 66.
It's July the 11th.
How on earth is it day 66? And we're in
Chester!
Nice clock.
I still can't look around Chester.
I promise to bring you back to Chester someday. Are you ready to do sort of Liverpool and Manchester?
I'm ready.
To the trains.
To the stations. All of them. This ours? It's a pacer.
Yeah.
Is it basically just pacers from now on?
Oh, that's nice though, isn't it? Yeah.
Where are we?
Well, I want to call it Lockstock after the film, but that's not what it's called. It's Lowestoft Graham.
Yeah.
And it's the centre of the Cheshire Plains. Let's just call it Lockstock.
Lostock Greyloop.
Thank you. It's not just Wales where we have trouble.
That's what I was going to say. It's not just your Welsh.
No.
It's all
English
dialects.
words.
All the dialects. Just hopping out at Navigation Road so we can get the tram.
Woohoo!
This very much reminds me of Birkbeck in London, where you double track and they've singled one of the lines for the big trains and then singled one of the tracks for the trams. We're on the train to Manchester Airport, and I just realised it's saying we go to Manchester Airport. So it doesn't, it says we're going to Manchester Air.
Is that just a glitch with this stop matrix?
No, it's in all of them, in all the carriages. It's not called Manchester Airport, it's called Manchester Air. I don't know what that is.
I'm trying to think now whether I've been on it before.
It's 12:40 according to my watch. I'm fairly sure the clock at Manchester Airport, Manchester Air, is wrong. We're at Manchester Airport. We made it to Manchester. I don't want to make any stereotypical gags like it's Grim Up North, but it is raining in Manchester. Already I feel like it's weird, we're like back in suburban, urban, commuter style trains, except it's not London, it's Manchester. And because we're in Manchester, we've come here today to Manchester Airport to talk to Emma. Hello Emma.
Hello,
Emma,
nice to see you.
You work for Mapway, which is a Manchester-based transport app company. Can you just tell us a little bit about what the company does?
We make transport apps, probably most well known for TubeApp. We help provide journey planning to people. We work with TfL, RATP in Paris, MTA in New York, so we really are, we're a Manchester company, but our apps are global.
So you guys, as you said, you talk to all the other transport organisations, including National Rail. So do you get a feed from National Rail, you know, with their data and their train times?
The really key thing that we do is that we take the raw data that National Rail provides, that Transport for London provides, and we help present it in a way that's easier for people to understand, quicker for them to find.
They're based in Manchester, you're like a local company. Is that a good thing?
I think one of the best things about Manchester is that there's so many great universities and colleges, so we're actually really keen on bringing in students for work experience or for apprenticeships.
There's people out there going, I'd love to work for a transport company. They really would. There's some really smart people that watch our videos. How do they get in touch if they want to come and do an apprenticeship or work experience with a data transport app company? How do they get in touch?
Send an email to support@mapway.com and it will get to us and we will sort you out. We'd love to talk to you.
back to the interview. What's it like travelling around Manchester in your own experience?
When I was a teenager, like the trains were a lifeline to get me into the city centre. That was like how I got here. But in the last few years, there's been lots of like new ideas, new things happening. So there's a brand new bike sharing scheme. There's the trams. There's trams. They've grown massively in the last few years, and they're still growing. So they're still adding new stations all the time. So it really does feel that in the last few years that Manchester is suddenly becoming this modern transport like hub. It's really great.
What would you like to see new, or what would you like to see developed?
What I would really love to see is easier ways to pay, easier ways to buy tickets. So we're only just now starting to see digital mobile ticketing for trains, and pretty soon I think apps are going to be more and more important in how you pay for things. And pay sounds really boring, but it actually makes travel so much easier if you can just like tap your phone in or show it to someone, and that's how you pay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There's links to Mapway, to their website, again, their email address. If you want to go and be an apprentice, to go and work with these guys and work in the, I want to call it the transport app industry. Is that a thing? The transport app industry?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not a thing. That's not a phrase. It's a phrase now. Mapway, thank you.
Great, thank you.
This is the Style train, awkward station of the day. There's only 8 of these a day. And we got one.
After places like Holsworth or Pilning, 8 trains a day sounds like luxurious. I know it's not.
For a minute there I thought she wasn't going to open the doors.
I know, I was like, please let us.
And we are the only people getting off. Oh, it's even worse than I expected. Hang on, there's only one. There's one train at 7:59, one at 15:59, one at 5:59, and that's it. So it's like 3 or 4 trains in each direction. It's a very limited service. Right, Emma's going. Bye. You're actually just going to walk back because the next train isn't for
It's not for like 4 hours.
Well, go then. Go. Start walking. Go. Get out of here.
Chris Miller on Facebook said you need to make sure to try and spend some time at Handforth Station because it's lovely but it's also one that is very much loved by the community, so they've spent a lot of time looking after the station, and we've got lovely flower beds, we've got lots of murals, a plaque about the history of the station. Chris, thank you, top tip. Art in a box. So students from Wilmslow High School have created art in this box.
Yeah, Vicky, that's our train. I just think we should catch it.
Yes, I think we should too. I want to watch it. I want to look at the art though. We've made it to Audley Edge, which apparently is a very posh part of Cheshire. It's what they call the Cheshire Golden Triangle. Lots of celebrities live in the area. We were chatting yesterday online about the North-South divide. We were saying that we're now doing the North, and some people were saying, hey, where does the North start? Where does the South finish? And somebody said they use the Waitrose store locator map to indicate the North-South divide. There are very few Waitrose in the northern part of the country, but Audley Edge, there is a Waitrose. The other great thing about Audley Edge, there is an area called The Edge. Great views of Cheshire, great views of the Peak District as well, and some wonderful local legends about the wizards of the Edge.
We don't have time to go find the Edge, do we?
No, apparently there's signs that say, you know, to the Edge, which we're trying to find, but we have to catch a train.
Hello viewers, this is how our day goes, right? I have the video camera all day, and I do all the, it's a train, it's here, it's this platform, it's there, there's a thing, I get the shots. Vicky runs around going, here's a castle, here's some history. You know, we found our roles, we know that, you know that. We know that you know that, and now you know that we know that you know that. But what happens about now, and it's 2:45, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I have my afternoon malaise, and I have a little drink, or I check my Twitter, and I'm like, yeah. And that's the point where Vicky then picks up the camera and is like, so what's happening, Jeff Tech? And I feel like this is what... So you did it on the other day when I was reading Ian Martin's book. I was just minding my own business, reading the book for 10 minutes, and you were like, what's going on? So this is the point in the video where I reflect upon whatever's been musing in my head. And what's been musing in my head today is because you've mentioned about that coffee company, is that everybody knows, it used to be Rataza, now it's Pumpkin, coffee shops everywhere. You still get a lot of Starbucks. I don't think Costa has got inside train stations. No, there was a Costa inside Chester this morning. But I like the fact that, what's the name of this coffee shop?
Gourmet.
The Coffee Gourmet Company. They feel like a sort of a tiny... It's just that sense, isn't there? We're at Holmes Chapel, by the way, that if you sort of, if there's only like 3, 4, 5, 6 branches of you, then you're somehow, you know, you're smaller and therefore nicer than like. Here endeth my musings on railway stations.
Thanks, Jeff. That was insightful.
Should probably get a picture. Back at Crewe. It's raining. Oh, there's raindrops on the lens. Someone said to us, what's your most visited station? Well, it's our home station in South East London, probably. But aside from that, I think we've been to Stoke 3 times, and now Crewe 3 times. I think we're going to come through Crewe 1 more time, so maybe 4 times. I like Crewe.
I've come through... Oh, there's rain on the lens. Hold on. I've come through like an industrial estate because I could see definitely some trains, but I can't see very clearly what they are. They could just be trains in a siding, could be part of the Heritage Centre. I'm worried about time, about going too far that way, so I'm going to see if I can go around this way. So in there, you can't see it very clearly, unfortunately. Behind those trees are some trains. This is probably the least exciting explore that Vicky explores so far. Sorry about that.
Please do not leave any belongings unattended. They may be removed without notice.
We did all.
Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
We're leaving Crewe. We did awkward station earlier, style. Slightly awkward station of the day is also Acton Bridge, and we're on the first train of the afternoon out of Crewe that stops at Acton Bridge on our way back to Liverpool. This is the last probably shot of the day. We'll do a sign-off in a minute, but before we go, we can't but help mention the Crewe Heritage Centre and the shot of the APT, the Advanced Passenger Train, which is right here. I like the fact that there's a Tesco extra. It makes me want to go back and do an all the stations extra where we go back and just visit the Crewe Heritage Centre. Do you want to go back to the Crewe Heritage Centre?
So, as the footage will testify, I basically was on the other side of the Heritage Centre, going, I think that might be it, like through a fence, through a tree, through a bird, and I think I might have caught it.
Yeah? Tina's mum's like more like kinda. I'll text her now.
Acton Bridge. Vicky's going to end the video whilst doing the Facebook Live.
I'm not actually live because there's no signal, so I'm making a little pre-live.
Is this the first time we put a pre-live into a video?
No.
So that ends our day on Tuesday the 11th of July, Acton Bridge. That's a little bit of Manchester, heading into Liverpool.
I've been really surprised by some of the stations today. They've been very quaint. Very nice stations, lots of community love at lots of the stations, flowers and artwork, and Crewe obviously was a good one.
And tomorrow, Merseyrail.
Yeah, Liverpool.
Bye. note to Willardin, it's not quite level.
Hold on, we can sort it. Is that better?
There's your coda. Do the thing in Premiere where you adjust the... I'm sorry, it's 2 degree or 2 out, I'm sorry. Ready?